So what should a basketball player be eating before a game? Should it be – so let's do – what should they be eating before a game and what time?
Cool. So right before it, we can kind of work our way out. It's like if it's within an hour of a game, only simple carbs. Like ideally, you're just kind of sipping fluids at that point. Gatorade, right? When I say fluids, water, salt, and sugar. That's really what it's for at that point. Some people can tolerate simple carbs like fruits and stuff an hour before, but you're going to have to assess your stomach's ability to do that. If you get 2 hours out, now we're talking about the next tier of carbs. We're talking about granola bars. We're talking about fruit definitely fits in at that point. We might be able to get away with some of like kind of the easier to digest things, crackers, like that kind of stuff. We get 3 hours out. Now we're talking about a meal. Right, we need 3 hours for something to leave the stomach. So if you're going to have proteins and fats, it should be 3 hours before performance. And so 3 hours before a game, you can eat a normal meal, a dinner, a breakfast, a lunch, a sandwich and some fruit and a bag of chips, or, a stack of pancakes with some peanut butter drizzled on them,
right.
Or dinner, some sort of Chipotle bowl. Like if you're 3 hours out, you're good. You can have that blend. Within 3 hours, we need to start thinking carbs because carbs are gas in the gas tank. Protein circulates through your blood for 24 hours. You don't need protein 3 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour before. You're going to have it on the other side. Protein is for afterwards. Fats make you full and they make food taste good. You really don't need the fats in the couple hours leading up to. And so that's kind of a good rule of thumb. Get a meal if it's 3 hours, and then if it's less than 3, start thinking about carbohydrates. The closer you get, the simpler they are, which means the less you should have to chew.
Right. I found that out the hard way. I ate a bagel with peanut butter and a banana.
Yeah.
And I started an hour before.
Oh, yeah.
And it just sat right here. It just sat in my stomach, and I had less endurance. I noticed I had less endurance, and I couldn't keep up with the guys, and I was like, all right, I need to do an hour and a half out, and still wasn't good. And 2 hours, and it's funny that you say 3 hours because I've noticed the sweet spot for me is about 3 hours out where I can have that full meal.
Yep.
And anything sooner,
it's just going to sit.
To my game. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's protein and fat. They digest in the stomach. And so when you eat something that has protein and fat, the stomach, the sphincter at the base of the stomach, it closes. And it basically, the stomach then becomes its own little bottle, so to speak, secretes acid, melts that food down, and then releases it. So when you do protein and fats, you now have basically closed the stomach. You've activated it. You've directed blood to it, which means that blood's not going to your muscles. It's going to your stomach. You're going to be more likely to get cramping. You're going to feel unsettled. You're going to feel nauseous. That carbohydrates stuck in the stomach with all the other food, so it's not absorbing. It's not in your bloodstream. There's no gas in the gas tank. And a bagel has like around 10 grams of protein, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is another 7. So you're looking at just shy of 20 grams of protein, and you're looking at 20 grams of fat. So that's almost 300 calories of protein and fat that your body has to digest. And so you get 3 hours, you're going to have time. But if you don't, and so it's that ideal way to think about it is 3 hours, bagel, banana, peanut butter. 2 hours, bagel, banana. 1 hour, banana.
I like that.
That's maybe the easiest way to describe it. Get rid of the fats if it's 3. If it's closer than 3, get rid of the proteins if it's closer than 2. By 1, it's just straight carbs.
Right, and less than that, just sipping a sports drink.
Exactly.
Okay, I love it. That's very helpful.